Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kristen. Thank you so much for joining me today for your yin yoga practice. Today I'll be guiding you through a full moon yin yoga practice, and we'll be working with the luminous energies of the full moon. So let's get started by coming into a comfortable seated position. Make sure you have either a yoga bolster or a rolled blanket on hand for today's practice. Crossing one shin bone in front of the other, and let's take our palms face up towards the sky, drawing the shoulders up, back, and down, and closing your eyes. Drawing up through the spine, all the way up through the back of your neck, and upwards through the crown of your head. Relaxing your eyelids and softening the space between the eyebrows. Imagining in this space a quiet night sky with a round and full moon. Picturing the luminous light of the full moon and its cooling and nourishing energies. Feeling the cooling energies of the moon bathing your forehead and mind. Helping you to become more aware and perceptive of the internal psychological landscape. Aware of the presence of any thoughts or emotions that have come to the surface of your awareness during this time of the full moon. Becoming present, receptive, and allowing as you bathe in the light of the moon. Gathering your palms up to your chest, taking a deep breath in through your nose, out through open mouth, and we'll open our practice with the sound of one Om, keeping your awareness at the luminous full moon between the eyebrow center. Feeling that subtle pulse of prana at the eyebrow center, relaxing your palms. You can gently open your eyes and we'll get started in our first yin yoga posture, coming into dangling pose. So you can tuck your toes underneath you, lengthen the legs, walk your toes towards your palms and take a deep bend through the knees so that your lower back feels fully supported. Drop down through the shoulders, the arm lines, neck and jaw, releasing the weight of your head towards the earth. If you do need extra support for your lower back, bring some props under your palms, stacking as many props as you need. widen a little bit through your feet. Begin to relax through the backs of your legs, lower back, and along the sheath of the spine, all the way to the base of the skull. Closing your eyes and staying connected to the space between the eyebrows. Perhaps taking a hold of opposite elbows. And feeling the wave-like and fluid motion of the spinal fluid moving up towards the brain, nourishing the pituitary and pineal glands. Perhaps you can reach your hands behind the legs, maybe reaching for opposite wrists or just loosely interlacing your fingers. Keeping your knees unlocked and relaxed. And as an option, you can interlace your fingers at your sacrum or perhaps take a strap or a scarf in your hands, opening a little through the shoulders and the upper back and neck. You can keep your palms at the sacrum or float the palms up towards the sky. Softness through the elbows, all the joints spacious. Breath open. If you are feeling dizzy, please slowly lower and relax into child's pose. Feeling the fullness of the fluids through the head. One more breath. You can slide your palms down the backs of your legs, fingertips to the ground. And from here, we'll slowly lower down to our knees. And again, if you do need to rest in child's pose, take a breath and drop back. Otherwise, rest your hips at your heels, lift your heart, and just take a moment, feeling the fluids of the body shifting. And we'll shift over to one hip. Bring our legs in front of us, and we're coming into butterfly pose. Soles of the feet draw together, heels away from the groin, knees relaxing open, adding any support for your knees that you need, and any support for your head that you need. Letting the forehead rest onto something solid, at least for the first minute of the hold. Letting your spine round forward and the bones of the pelvis drop. Back of the heart wide and open. Noticing the subtle pulse of energy at the eyebrow center. Can you tune into this space? Again, feeling the cooling light of the moon radiating from the space between the eyebrows and through the whole body, cooling the whole body. beginning to perceive the fluids of the body moving through the tissue. Slowly rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Lifting your head last, pausing for a moment, feeling liquid sensation through the whole body. And then we're crossing at the shin bone. And we're rolling over onto hands and knees and lowering down to the forearms. Dropping into the pelvis and resting the tops of our feet to the ground, coming into Sphinx Pose. Adjusting your legs hip distance apart if you are feeling a little bit more tension in your lower back tonight. Take your legs wider to the corners of the mat. Or you might try walking your elbows further away from the body, reducing the curve through the lower back. And we'll keep our elbows either directly under the shoulders or a few inches in front, letting the heart center relax, relaxing your neck and jaw. You can always add a block underneath your forehead or simply bend at your elbows and rest your forehead in your palms. Feeling the pelvic bowl sinking a little bit more towards the ground. Thigh bones relaxed. If you'd like to increase the sensation through the lower back, bending your knees and sending your toes to the sky. If that feels too much, bring your legs back down to the ground. And can you notice the subtle energetic pulse moving through your whole body into the fingertips and the toes? And finally, if you'd like to deepen, Your feet come back down to the ground, palms open to the corners of the mat. Lengthen the arm bones for seal pose, resting the weight of the body down into the wrists and palms, and adjusting the palms closer to the body or further away. Deepening the compression through the back body up towards the kidneys at the mid-spine. Body becoming as passive as possible, bones heavy, your spine like a hammock, heart hanging between the shoulders. For your last couple of breaths, you can gently lift your chin, rolling your internal gaze upwards and inwards towards the eyebrow center. Slowly relax back to the forearms. Widen the elbows, stack palm on top of palm, rest your forehead. Relax your back. Feeling that pulsing sensation now along your spine. And moving very, very slowly, lift to all fours. Widen your knees. You can take your toes a couple of inches apart if you'd like, and drop your hips back, coming into child's pose. Let's start by stacking our palms and resting our forehead on top of the palms. Hips sinking back to your heels and stretching the tissue of the lower back that we just compressed. And we'll take our right arm and thread the right arm behind the left wrist. Lower down safely to the right shoulder, turning your head towards the left, adding any cushioning you need under your cheek. And stretching the left palm forward to the top of the mat. Rooting down through the left arm, unbinding the right. You can stretch the right palm forward and then thread the left arm underneath the right, turning your head to the left or turning your head to the right. Rooting down through the right palm, unbinding the left. Take one more breath or two with the palms stacked and your forehead resting on the palms. And we'll slowly roll all the way up, shifting to one hip, bringing your legs in front of you, and shaking your legs a little bit. Relaxing your toes. Taking a hold of your bolster or your rolled blanket, and we'll place it along the spine. Taking your prop right up to the spine, letting the knees drop open, soles of the feet coming together to touch. You can always add some extra cushioning or support under your knees. And then we'll lengthen along the spine, resting the spine onto your prop, making sure your head is supported. So you can add an extra block at the top of the bolster if you're longer or taller than your prop. And we'll bring our arms alongside the body, adding any extra propping or support under your sacrum if you are feeling too much sensation through the lower back. And feeling the curvature of the spine supported as the fluids of the spine gently bathe all the nerve endings along the spine, bathing the brain stem and the brain with cool nourishment. And feeling the night sky above your body. Visualizing the night sky or perceiving the night sky. It's quiet and still energy. And the luminous light of the full moon bathing your nervous system. Bathing all the glands of the endocrine system. Reattuning you to a wise internal rhythm. At any moment, you can stretch your legs out, relaxing even deeper. Taking 3 big breaths up into your chest. Stretching your palms behind you, your toes forward. Big breath in. Bending at your knees, rolling off of your bolster to one side and curling your knees towards your heart. Let's place one palm to the ground and we'll come up to a seated position. Bending the knees, placing your feet to the floor, and let's round the spine, forehead to our knees. Lifting the heart, coming back into Sukhasana, easy sitting pose. Placing your palms onto your thighs and extending up along the spine. Turning your left palm to face the sky, palm wide open. Bending your right elbow and taking your thumb and softly closing off the right nostril. And we'll spend a moment breathing only through the left nostril, breathing in and breathing out. We'll start by exhaling the breath. Inhaling through the left nostril, drawing the breath right up to the eyebrow center, pausing, exhaling through the left, in and out through the left nostril, activating the moon energies and the deeper energies of the subconscious mind, clearing and releasing the subconscious mind. Bringing any emotions hidden in the subconscious into the light of your conscious awareness. And then relax both palms, breathing evenly now through both nostrils. Bringing your palms to heart center. One final breath in through your nose, out through open mouth. And we'll close our practice with the sound of the Om, eyes resting at the eyebrow center, or internal eyes resting at the eyebrow center. And having a wonderful evening. Thank you for joining me for this practice. Please remember to subscribe to my channel, and I'd always love to hear from you in the comments below. So let me know how this practice was for you tonight. And until next time, namaste.